Today we are going to start with topic real numbers. Okay? Real numbers are the numbers which comprises of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. All these numbers, they form real numbers. Okay? Natural numbers, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, dash, dash, dash. All these are natural numbers. Whole numbers, if you add 0 to this set, then they become whole numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, dash, dash, dash. Integers, they start from minus infinity, dash, 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 3, 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, dash, dash, dash. Then we have rational numbers, q, that is equal to p upon q, comma, p, comma, q, both belongs to the set of integers and q is not equal to 0. So rational numbers are those numbers which can be expressed in form of p upon q, where p and q both belongs to the set of integers and q is not equal to 0. So this is called as what? Rational numbers. Then we have irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are the numbers which are in the form of roots. Roots, root 2, cube root 5. Like this way, these are the numbers which are in form of roots and they are integers. They cannot be expressed in form of p upon q. They are called as irrational numbers. You have studied irrational numbers are also of the form 0.01, 001, 0001, dash, dash, dash. These are also integers. Okay? This is your basic knowledge which you have already studied before. You know all about this. So you know about natural numbers, you know about whole numbers, you know about integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. You have knowledge of this. This was taught in class 9. Now you see, in class 10 we are starting with the topic Euclid's division lemma. Lemma is a mathematical statement that do not require any proof. Lemma is something mathematical statement which do not require any proof. That is called lemma. So here Euclid's division lemma, this is the first topic. Statement write down. For integers a and b, for integers a and b, there always exist integers q and r such that a is equal to bq plus r. A is equal to bq plus r, where r is greater than equal to 0 but is less than b. But is less than b. A is equal to, for example, let's take a is equal to 24. A is equal to 24 and b is equal to 5. So you can see 24, a is 24, so 24 can be written as bq, that is b is what, 5 into q is what, you know, 5 4 that will go here by 20, so 5 4 is 20 plus 4, 24. So 24 can be written as b is 5. So you divide 24 by 5, that will go 4 times, 5 4 is 20 plus what is left is 4. So you see 4 is greater than 0 but is less than 5. Let's take another example. A is equal to 52 and B is equal to 5. So A and B both are integers. 52 can be written as 5 into 10. 52 divided by 5, 10 plus 2. So 52 is equal to 5 into 10 plus 2. Now 2 is what? Greater than 0 but is less than B. B, that is 5. Okay. This proves your Euclid's division lemma. This proves your Euclid's division lemma. This is called Euclid's division lemma. Now what is the application of Euclid's division lemma? Let's see. The application of Euclid's division lemma. Write down. Euclid's division lemma is used to find HCF of two positive integers say m and n. It is used to find HCF of two positive integers m and n. Take example. Let's take an example. 980 and 504. 980 and 504. This is m, suppose this is n. Or we have already taken a and b, so let's take them a and b. That will be better. Now you divide 980 by 504. So 980 is equal to 504 into, it will go 1 times only, 1 plus 476. Is it okay? 980 is equal to 504 into 1 plus 476. Now you will, first of all, you have divided 980 by 504. Now you will divide 504 by 76. Again you see, this number has to be divided by this. 504 is equal to 476. It will go again by 1 times plus 28. 504 is equal to 476 into 1 plus 28. Now you will divide 476 by 28. 476 by 28. So you see, 476 is equal to 28 into 17. It will go 17 times. Plus nothing is left, that is 0. So you multiply, divide this by 476 divided by 28, that will go how much times? 17 times, and remainder is nothing, 0. So we will do this process till you get 0 here. till you get 0 here. So you start with you have two numbers, one is bigger, one is smaller. Write the bigger number, divide it by the smaller. How many times it goes? Plus whatever is the remainder. Now you will write this number 504 divided by 476. This number divided by this, and you get something as remainder will be here. Now you will divide this 476 by 28. It goes 17 times and the remainder is 0. So you will proceed do this process till you get remainder 0. Is that clear? Now write down HCF of 476, HCF of 476 and 28 is the HCF of 504 and 476. You see, the HCF of this number and this number, 28 and 476, is the HCF of 476 and 504, and is also the HCF of 504 and 980. Is that clear? Therefore, HCF of 28 and what is 476 was 28. So 28 is the HCF of, answer, 28 is HCF of 980 and 504. Okay, thank you. Next, in second video, another part of this real number will be in second video, next video. Okay.